I need to hit 100 platinums by the end of the year, and if I fail, we'll have to delete my PlayStation account forever, losing all of my saves, memories, and of course the 78 platinum trophies I already own. We recently platinumed Resident Evil 4 not too long ago, so for this video we're gonna take it all the way back to where Leon's story first began. Resident Evil 2. This remake to the 1998 classic has 42 total trophies, and just like Resident Evil 4, we're gonna have to complete it multiple times, all while meeting certain conditions like beating it without healing, beating it without using the item box a single time, and completing it on the hardest difficulty with both Leon and Claire on hardcore. But the worst has to be the S rank trophies. You see, while RE4 gave us a very generous 5-hour window to beat the game, RE2 only gives us 3 hours. But if you know me, you know I'm gonna make it even harder by attempting to get the S ranks on hardcore instead, which means we'll only have 2 hours now to get it done. And this would come to be one of the biggest regrets ever later in the video. The story begins with Leon Kennedy stopping at a gas station to fuel up until hearing a disturbance inside. He then heads in to investigate, and things quickly took a dark turn.
Officer, you need help?
Stay back, sir. I got this.
Oh! From there, we made our escape as the walls closed in with zombies all around us until finally making it to the door and meeting Claire Redfield.
Come on! Get in! Hold on. Looks like we're walking from here.
Or let's just stay in the car and reverse the hell out of there. Oh shit.
Hold on!
Oh, there goes the car. Ooh.
Claire! Claire, you okay?
Yeah, I'm alright. Go on ahead. I'll meet you at the station.
Luckily, Claire was still alive, but we still had to make our way to the Raccoon City Police Department. I navigated through the streets and alleyways until finally reaching it and unlocking our first trophy of the game. Welcome to the City of the Dead. Let's go. Trophy number 1. From there, we checked the security cameras, realizing someone was still alive in the building here, and headed off to go find him. And that ended about as well as you would expect. We headed back to the main hall, along the way grabbing another trophy for boarding up a window until almost suffering the same fate as the officer moments earlier. Oh shit! There we go.
Thanks.
Marvin Browner.
Leon Kennedy. Does anyone know what started this?
Not a clue. But honestly, all you need to know is that this place will eat you alive if you aren't careful. Hopefully you'll be able to find a way out of this station. That officer you met earlier, Elliot, he thought this secret passageway might do the trick.
This is good news. We can get you to a hospital.
No, I am not the priority here.
Lieutenant, I'm not just gonna leave you here.
I'm giving you an order, rookie. You save yourself first. Now, you'll need this.
I can't take it.
Stop and don't make my mistake. If you see one of those things, uniform or not, you do not hesitate.
Yes, sir.
Now equipped with a knife, we had to find 3 medallions in order to unlock the secret passageway here in the main hall. So we headed off to do just that, grabbing collectibles we needed for later and unlocking a ton of trophies here for doing various things like combining 2 items together, opening a dial safe, customizing our pistol, expanding our inventory, and shooting the first of 15 Mr. Raccoons, before reloading at the worst possible time here and getting jumped by a zombie. But it wasn't all bad, because after slicing her up with a knife, I got a trophy for doing that too. Moments later, I found the first of only 2 portable safes that I needed for, you guessed it, another trophy. But this would probably be the most annoying mini game I have ever played, as I had to remember which light each button activated and press them all in order to unlock it. After 6 whole minutes of that garbage, I finally did it. A vault like mine. Let's go. Open a portable safe. Later, I made it to a library where I would find the first medallion, getting swarmed by zombies in the process, and even getting grabbed by one until shoving a knife in his chest, which would unlock yet another very satisfying trophy. We then made our way back to the main hall and met up with Marvin again, who was looking a lot worse but had an update for us on Claire. Before we went to go find her, I had to clear out my inventory a bit. So I got the medallion in this main hall too and inserted both into the statue. And from there, we continued exploring the rest of this police station, where I would quickly realize that the zombies here just don't stay dead. Oh my god! God damn it! It scared the f out of me! Oh, dude, this game, bro. Oh my god. Yeah, so after that and a few more jump scares to go along with a very creepy atmosphere here, I realized this game was 10 times scarier than Resident Evil 4, which was more of an action game by comparison looking back at it. But after finding a shotgun seconds later, I felt a little more comfortable, but sadly, that wouldn't last for too long. After exploring a bit more, we finally made it back outside, reuniting with Claire.
Any luck with your brother?
No, not yet.
Don't lose hope. I'm sure we're gonna find him.
Oh.
Damn it. You know what that means?
Okay, let's get through this. Both of us.
Following that, I made my way back to the other side of the RPD and ran into the first of many Lickers, who are probably the creepiest monsters in the entire Resident Evil series. I threw a flash grenade at this one to get through the dark hallway and got our next trophy for it, before blowing a hole in the wall by the library upstairs and grabbing the last medallion we needed to finally enter the secret passageway. Sadly though, Marvin wouldn't be joining us, but on the bright side, we got our next trophy. We then made our way through this underground area until running into our first boss fight of the game. Dude, I don't remember any of this shit. Ouch. Bro, come on, man. Oh, there goes my flash grenades. Finally, dude. Once done there, we made our way back up and reached the RPD parking lot, but sadly, we didn't have the ticket we needed to get out, but met someone you might recognize from the Resident Evil 4 video. We headed to the jail from there and would eventually meet the only prisoner who hadn't turned yet until being introduced to the nightmare fuel monster that would make me sleep with the lights on every night for weeks. Even to this day, if I'm being honest with you.
I'll make you a deal. Unlock this cell and I'll give you this. There's no other way out of that parking garage. Believe me.
Sorry, I can't do that. I have to talk to the chief first.
It's coming.
What's
What?
coming?
What's coming?
Come on. Come on, don't be an asshole. Hey, you need this. Just get me the out of here.
Oh! Oh, shit. The part I've been dreading, man. This dude following me around for the rest of the game. Now having to find a way back into the jail cell for the parking permit, we would have to head back to the RPD. But first, I needed to grab something from the morgue, and here I would face the enemy type I hated the most in any game. Dogs. But at least I got 2 trophies here after shooting one out of the sky and stuffing a grenade in the other's mouth before blowing it to pieces. There we go. Bon appetit. Sorry, PETA. Later, back in the RPD again, I explored all the new rooms I had access to, grabbing every item we needed until running into the part of the game I was dreading the most, where that nightmare fuel monster I mentioned earlier would follow me around everywhere. But at least I got a trophy here for shooting his head off. Clearly on edge and scared as hell at this point, with the tyrant's heavy footsteps sounding like they were all around me, it wasn't long before I absolutely shit myself. Oh my god, bro. No, 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 no. I made it out of there alive, thankfully, and got everything else I could find in the RPD, including the electronic parts we needed to open the jail cell. Immediately heading back over there afterwards and grabbing the parking permit. And if you guessed that by doing this, it would open every jail cell here, you would be correct. Oh, dude, this would have been a perfect opportunity if I had a grenade, bro. Oh my god. Oh, let's go! Come on, Ada! Let's go!
Nothing
Now finally out of the police department with Ada, we got our next trophy before making our way through the gun shop and witnessing the saddest moment in the entire game.
I'm not gonna hurt you. I said don't move. I think your daughter needs help, sir. Tell me how to deal with my daughter.
What an idiot.
Drop it.
No! Wait!
Step aside. We need to terminate her before she turns.
Terminate. It's my fucking daughter.
Damn, Ada.
I'm sleeping, honey. Okay? And I'm gonna put you to bed too, okay? Just go. Just give us some privacy.
That hits so much different now that I have a daughter. Like when I beat this game before, a long time ago, I'm like, whatever. Now having a daughter, putting myself in that guy's shoes. Oh man. Together with Ada now, we headed to the sewers in search of the underground lab until reaching a giant zombie reptile that I would have to outrun before blowing it into chunks thanks to this conveniently placed fuel line. We progressed a bit further through the sewers and would eventually run into Annette Birkin, who was one of the scientists responsible for creating this zombie virus alongside her husband William, who we fought earlier in the game. She takes a shot at Ada before Leon saves her life, taking a bullet in the process. After the cut to black, we were now in control of Ada and went after Annette, eventually getting trapped and almost cooked alive until blowing our way out of there. We then pursued Annette again, but she had one more trick up her sleeve, knocking Ada down to the garbage disposal below. Now playing as Leon again, we got another trophy here for finishing Ada's section, but we'll have to repeat this part later in the run because there's a bonus trophy here for doing all that again without using her pistol. In the meantime, we kept pushing through the sewers here, still collecting every file we could find and unlocking the very last safe of the game, which would get us a trophy. Hey, master of unlocking. Open all the safes and locks in the game. Let's go. Oh, and also I lied earlier. We were in fact not done with RPD just yet, because here in the sewers, I would find a roll of film that I would take back up to the dark room, revealing 2 hiding spots. And after finding both of those, we got yet another trophy. Hey, treasure hunter, we got it. Back in the sewers again, we finally unlocked the door to go save Ada until reaching our next boss fight against William Birkin's new monstrous form. Oh, I should have kept the flamethrower on me, man. Maybe this thing could swing back and hit him. Oh, or backfire on me completely. Get him, get him, get him, get him, get him. Oh, let's go. Oh no, is that not it? I gotta get out of the way. I gotta get out of the way. Oh my God, dude, I have to be, you can only stand on that other side. I'm having such a hard time with this stupid fight. Is it down again? Yep. Now we hit the button. Come on. Please be it. Oh, okay, we're done. Together with Ada again, we now made our way to the cable car headed straight for the Umbrella lab in this last stretch of the story.
I can't wait for the FBI to raid Umbrella headquarters and take those bastards to justice.
I agree, but to be clear, you're not working in official capacity. This is a federal case. Once we get the G-Virus, I'm back on my own. I thought I might need your help, and I was right. If you can secure the G-Virus, I can make sure what happened in Raccoon City never happens again.
Ada, you say it yourself. It's a federal case. I don't
Leon,
have the authority.
Look at me. I'm a liability now. If I'm gonna finish this case, you're the last hope I've got.
I'm not just gonna leave you here. What if you're attacked? What if you need help?
Heyo.
I gotta see this through. And I want to see you again.
Okay.
I got plenty to live for, trust me.
Now, arriving at Nest.
Leon. Counting on you.
I know.
A great need for a shower. Let's go. Escape from the sewers. In this new area, I would again grab every collectible I could find, trying to upgrade my wristband along the way to get access to where the G-Virus was being held. And just when I thought we were done with spooky areas and jump scares after leaving the RPD, I quickly realized I couldn't be more wrong. Oh my... Oh God, that scared the hell out of me. Get away! It wasn't all doom and gloom here though, as we also unlocked a few more trophies, including zombie roundup for killing 3 zombies with 1 grenade, and a waste of space for maxing out our inventory slots before finding the last file in Leon's story here. Sadly though, we weren't done, as there was a few more files and Mr. Raccoons left to find in both Claire's story and the Beast scenarios later. We would eventually go on to find the G-Virus and make our way back to Ada before running into William Birkin again and learning the truth from Annette.
Sorry, William. Left me no choice.
Can I have that?
Called this thing William. Why? Tell me everything. Right from the start.
You don't get away that easily.
Good God, William. What have you done?
We made the G-Virus, but we never intended this to...
Spin it any way you want. You're still...
Oh no. Oh! Oh, thanks. Just lower me down with them.
We can't let him get away!
And it was here we would have to take down William once and for all in a boss fight that didn't give me too much trouble, as I was loaded up with ammo at this stage in the game. Is that it? After taking him out, Annette tells us the truth about Ada, from what we thought was her dying breath, as we find out she's not exactly who she said she was.
She's not FBI. She's a mercenary. She's gonna sell it. G-Virus is gonna go to the highest bidder. But if the G-Virus gets into the wrong hands...
We would then run into her seconds later with the building self-destructing and crumbling all around us until the unthinkable happened.
Can you shoot me? I don't think you can.
No one gets that sample now.
With less than 10 minutes to make our escape, there was one more trophy left to grab in Leon's campaign here if we managed to make it out with at least 5 minutes left on the clock. But unfortunately, we would get one more visit from an old friend, making this trophy a lot harder to get. He's eating every single Magnum bullet I got. Oh my goodness. Yep, there we go. All right, gotta get the rocket launcher and get a shut off fast. Hey, in the blink of an eye, let's go, baby. With the tyrant finally out of our way for good, we pressed on and would jump on the train, finally reuniting with Claire and unlocking our trophy after finishing the story. After this, I loaded up on some old chapter saves to knock out a couple of miscellaneous trophies we missed on this run. The first was for finishing Ada's section without using the pistol a single time, and after knowing which routes to take and where all the zombies were placed from doing it the first time, this was actually a breeze. Following that, I had to run the second Birkin fight back because for another miscellaneous trophy here, I had to kill him with no more than one use of the crane, which meant I had to pump a ton of damage into him, getting him near death in order for this to work. And after a couple of tries, I got it. Now with Leon's A scenario a wrap and 90% of the collectibles done, I jumped into Claire's A scenario and got to work on her story next, while also going for 3 of the more annoying trophies to get them out of the way too, which included Frugalist for beating the game without healing, Minimalist for beating the game without using the item box a single time, and a small carbon footprint for taking 14 14,000 steps or fewer in a single playthrough. I would of course botch one of these completely and have to do it again in one of our hardcore runs later, and I'll let you guess which one that was. Kicking off Claire's story, it wasn't that much different from Leon's aside from having different weapons, dialogue, and the inclusion of the Birkin's daughter, Sherry, instead of Ada this time around. And it's with Sherry's storyline specifically, we would grab our next couple of trophies after she gets kidnapped and has to find a way to escape. The first one here was for solving this block puzzle and cutting our way out of this room in under 60 seconds, which took me quite a few tries to be honest, but eventually I got it. Let's go, young escapee! The next trophy, like Ada, was simply for finishing her section, which even with 0 zombies here, was still scary in its own way. We would then head to the orphanage as Claire, eventually finding Sherry and making our way down to the sewers with a tyrant right on our back until this moment. Oh! This guy's like still protecting his daughter. Oh! Claire then woke up and met Annette, who has gotta be the world's worst mom. And from here, we would continue on through the sewers until fighting Birkin once again, and after beating him, would take Sherry to the lab where instead of finding the virus like Leon had to, we had to seek out a cure to save Sherry's life instead. We made our way through the lab, eventually finding the cure and taking down Birkin with Annette's help, before rushing back to Sherry where we would find her together with her mom.
So Sherry's gonna be all right?
Yes. She's free of the G virus. Take my daughter to safety. I'm sorry, Sherry. For everything.
Attention, unauthorized removal of a level 4 virus detected.
It's a self-destruct code in case the G virus leaves the building. Please. Save my daughter.
No! Sherry, we just say goodbye to your mom. She loved you, okay? You really gotta get going.
Now with less than 10 minutes to evacuate yet again, we had the exact same trophy to get here for Claire as we did for Leon, but this time with Birkin's final form, and instead of having to finish with at least 5 minutes on the clock, it had to be 4 minutes this time around. Yes, with time to spare, we got it, baby! With that, Claire's story was finished and we unlocked 3 more trophies, and it's time to find out if you guessed which trophy I botched correctly. Was it A, frugalist, B, minimalist, or C, a small carbon footprint? The answer was surprisingly C. And look, of those 3 trophies, I could definitely live with that because we had to speedrun the game on hardcore anyway, which meant taking shortcuts and skipping a lot of rooms. So that would just come naturally, I hope. Moving on to the hardcore runs, I decided to do them on the B scenarios as I needed to finish those anyway in order to get the true ending and another trophy. But this would mean I would have less than 2 hours to beat the game with each character instead of 3. So I didn't waste any time and jumped right into Leon's story. And right from the jump, we quickly got another trophy here for shooting the very last Mr. Raccoon. Sadly, that would be the last bit of joy I got to experience for a while as hardcore was absolutely brutal. Zombies were quicker, the tyrant was quicker, as if he wasn't scary enough already, and there was little to no ammo anywhere. I also didn't realize before attempting this that the B scenarios start you in a completely different area in the RPD with all the key items being moved around entirely too. So before I could even really attempt this, I had to get some practice runs in. After a lot of botched runs, I finally had a grasp on everywhere I needed to go and was determined to get these trophies on hardcore no matter what. I pushed through each section lightning fast while saving as much ammo as I could and taking out all the bosses along the way, until finally, after multiple days and dozens of runs, beat this hardcore difficulty in 1 hour and 43 minutes, securing 4 trophies. Leon S. Kennedy, S rank. Broken Umbrella, witness the true ending. It should be 1 more. A small carbon footprint. Let's go, baby. With that done, I unlocked both an unlimited ammo pistol and SMG that I would use on Claire's run to breeze right through it, finding our last collectible along the way for the trophy Lore Explorer. before finally beating the game for the last time and getting the trophies Hardcore College Student and Sizzling Scarlet Hero for getting an S rank after beating the game in 1 hour and 25 minutes. Now for the entirety of this video, there was one trophy I never mentioned, and it was because I never gave it a second thought, believing I would just breeze right through it in a matter of minutes. And that was the trophy tied to the 4th Survivor game mode, where we would play as Hunk and have to make it to the end of this very short level without dying, with no time limits or any other gimmicks like that. This should have been a cakewalk. That can't be as bad as what we just did with Hardcore. There's no way. But I quickly learned the hard way, I really need to start keeping my mouth shut. Oh, no, 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 no. No fucking way, dude. No. No ammo either. Not at the end, not like this. Please, not like this. No, 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 no. Oh, no, not at the end, bro. Remember when I said this couldn't be as bad as the hardcore runs we just did? When am I gonna learn to shut the fuck up? After hours of attempting this and bashing my head against the wall, I finally got it done. Let's go, baby, Grim Reaper! Raccoon City native, let's go, baby. I locked the f in for that, bro. Not one word was said, dude. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to subscribe and leave a like for more. Don't forget to comment down below which game you want to see me platinum next, and be sure to follow me on Twitter to stay in the loop between uploads. I'll catch you all in the next video.